everyone, welcome to PHATface. My name is Jen and I'm going to be doing a tutorial today on quite a warm brown smoky eye with a pretty heavy contour and a red lip. So this is a look that I wear quite often, especially when I'm wanting to look a little bit special and polished. So thank you for watching and let's get into it. So I've already moisturised my skin and I'm going to use Chanel Vitalumia Aqua Foundation in the compact, and I'm just taking my Real Techniques buffing brush and I'm just going to apply that all over the skin. And I'm really buffing that in. This is a beautiful foundation. It has quite a dewy finish. It's medium coverage, but it's also buildable. Okay, so the next thing I've done now my foundation is on is I'm just going to prime my eyelids because my eyelids are quite oily. And I'm just taking a Stila Prime Pot and the colour is Taffy. And I'm just going to apply that with my fingers. A little bit of this goes a really long way and it actually sets pretty quickly, so you want to work nice and fast when you're putting this on. And I'm taking that all the way up to the eyebrow and also just a little bit underneath as well. Okay, so now that my primer is on, the next thing I'm going to do is just take quite a bony white eyeshadow, and I'm using an eyeshadow from the Smashbox In Bloom palette. And I'm just going to take this all over the eye as well, and this is just because the primer can become a little bit sticky and quite difficult to blend, so this will just help us blend out our other colours on top. Oh sorry, and the brush that I'm using is a Real Techniques, what is this brush? Deluxe Crease brush. So I'm just taking this anywhere that I put the primer, so a little bit underneath the eye as well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to take is a pencil brush, like this. I'm going to take the Naked palette from Urban Decay and I'm going to start with a colour called Naked. And I'm just going to lightly start mapping out a shape for my crease. Okay, so now I've got that on, I'm just going to build up that colour a little bit more. So from the same palette, I'm going to take a colour called Buck and do the exact same thing, just in that windscreen wiper motion. Just back and forth. So normally when we put on a colour through the crease, we tend to concentrate the colour on the outer corner. What I'm going to do is more concentrate on putting this colour, or all the colours we use from now on, in the inner corner in here. So this is where I want majority of my colour to be, not in the outside. Okay, so I'm going to take that same colour Buck with a smaller flat brush, and I'm just going to run this underneath the eyes as well. Okay, so now that we've done that, the next thing I'm going to take is quite a warm orangey based brown eyeshadow. This is a MAC one, but I'm not sure what it is because the name has gone. But this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to concentrate this mainly on the inner corner like we were before, and I'm really going to start smoking this out. And I'm using a Real Techniques Dome Shadow brush. I'm pretty sure the name has rubbed off, so I'm not 100%, but it's just a fluffy brush like this. That's all you'll need. And then just taking your MAC 217 and blending that out, and blending it up towards the brow when you get to that middle section there. towards the front of the brow. And I'm just going to run this underneath the eyes as well. And I'm just going to go back to my 217 brush and I'm just going to blend out underneath the eyes as well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is do a little bit of a winged liner. So I'm going to take MAC Black Tracks, and this is a Napoleon brush. This is a BR4, so it's just a fine liner brush. So I find this if you're doing it on yourself, it's easiest to look down into the mirror just like I am now. And then just get it in between the roots to start with, and then you can build on that if you need to. So I'm going to take it quite fine in the inner corner of the eye, and then I'm going to take a little bit thicker and wing it out on the outer corner. So the best way to find out where your flick is to look straight into the mirror, and generally the line underneath your eye should follow out, and that's where you want to kind of keep your wing line to. So if you just pop that in, and then you can connect it back down to the liner. Okay, so the most difficult thing we're probably trying to get your eyeliners even. So when you're doing this eye, just make sure you keep looking back to the other eye to make sure that it's symmetrical. Now that I've done both of my flicks, I'm going to just line the top waterline of my eye. And for my bottom waterline, I'm just going to take a white pencil. This one is by Savvy and it's a white kohl liner. Okay, and now mascara, I'm just taking an Avon one. This is Avon Super Extend Extreme. I'm just going to do my top and bottom lashes. I'm going to take a Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil. This is Brow Wiz and it's medium ash. Just looks like this. And it has a little spoolie on one end and then the pencil on the other. So if you just brush through your brows first, mine are very, very fair and I like quite a strong brow, so I will fill them in quite a lot, but still keeping with my shape. So just starting on the inner third of the eye, and I'm just going to lightly brush up. And then once you've got the flicked up motion in the inner corner of the eye, if you then just take it straight across underneath and start building on that shape. See the difference there between the eyebrows, and that's our brows done. So now what I'm going to do is move back onto the face. Now that our foundation has had time to work into the skin, I'm going to go back to the face and start concealing, highlighting and contouring. So for my concealer, the first thing I'm going to take is a very pale apricotic colour from a Graftobian concealer palette, and the colour I'm using is Pink highlight. And I'm just going to run this. This is just going to counteract any darkness that I have underneath the eye. I'm just going to gently run this under, just in this section here. And I'm using a Real Techniques Deletes Crease brush again. This is a clean one. So after I've done that, I am then going to take a MAC product, and it's Studio Finish Concealer, which just looks... I'm also going to use this as a bit of a highlight, as it's also a lot lighter than my actual skin colour. So just taking it down, almost in a triangle shape, so I'm going to take it down like this, and then taking it back up. And just buffing that in gently. Just with a clean flat brush, I'm going to take it down the centre of the nose. Like this, which is going to slim the nose once we put the brown contour on either side. And just in between the brows there, going up into the forehead. Just above the jawline. And on the chin, and on top of the lips there. And just buffing all of that in, just with the same brush. Okay, so now that we've finished our highlighting, I'm going to start contouring, and I'm just taking a Real Techniques contour brush, which looks like this, and a foundation that is about 4 shades darker than my own skin colour, and this is from the Ben Nye Matte Foundation palette. I'm just going to, if you just suck your cheeks in, and you can just kind of see where you need your contouring to go. So also around the temples. Underneath the jawline. And just start blending that in. Okay, so now that we've finished doing the contouring, we need to set all of this foundation. So I'm going to take Ben Nye Banana Powder and a puff, and I'm just going to put this everywhere that we highlighted. And just pushing it into the skin, just like that. And I'm actually going to further accentuate the contour just with a brush like this. This is a Napoleon BR20. And I'm going to take quite a orangey coloured brown. This is just from I think it's from makeupandglow.com.au, and it's just a blush quad. And I don't know if this is the colour I'm using here, the top right one. And just running over the top of the foundation contour that we've done. So this is setting the foundation and also adding some colour back into the face as well. And like I said earlier in the video, this is very strong, so it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you can definitely do something that's a little bit softer if that's what you prefer. Okay, so now that that's set, I'm just going to wash away any excess with a big brush like this from the highlight. Okay, so just to give the skin a little bit of a glow, I'm going to take a Chanel highlighter. This is an illuminating powder, and I believe this is a limited edition one, so this is what it looks like. It's very, very pretty. I don't know if you can see. It's very shimmery. And I'm just going to take this just on top of the cheekbones. And the nose, and on top of the lip. So you can leave the face there if you like. I am going to do a little bit of blush, and I'm going to use a MAC blush called Peaches, which is this colour. I'm just going to put this on the back of the apples of my cheeks, just with that same brush, which is, by the way, a Real Techniques multitasking brush. I'm going to do a red contoured lip, so I'm going to be using MAC Ruby Woo, which is my favourite red lipstick. I'm also going to be taking quite a plummy lip liner, and I'm using one by Rimmel, and the colour is Cherry Kiss 07. So just taking it in that far on each side. And so the next thing I'm going to do is just take the Ruby Woo through the centre of the lips where we haven't put any of the lip liner. And then I'm just going to take a brush and give that a little bit of a blend. Last thing to do is some lashes. I'm just going to use these Allure ones. Really awesome because they're already pre-glued. Just trying to figure out what the name of them is. Doesn't look like they have one. Oh, 070. And they're just quite light and feathery looking. So I'm just going to pop those on. So just grabbing a pair of tweezers, I'm just going to gently peel them off. So I just find if you just tip your head back and look down into the mirror, and then you can just pop them into the centre. and then just secure the ends. Just like that. And there you have it, guys. This is the finished product. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, then don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!